Right, in this one we're going to be looking at Escape from Bowser's Fleet by Nathan. And this is the third time I'm recording this, since the audio keeps messing up. Right, yep, so we'll just show you his level. I feel like I should be an expert on this level by now. There's only a few, there's 3 bits on this level that I wasn't keen on, which can quite easily be fixed. So I lost, whoops, right, I wasn't even watching the damn screen then. Right, this is one of them. That is not good. Whenever Mario comes out of a door or a pipe, you want it to be a safe place, because that's really difficult to respond to without knowing it's there, and a lot of players are going to die there and think, well, that's pretty cheap. It's a bit of a cheap death, so I would recommend changing that. Make it a safer place, because you've got to give players a chance. So, tell you what, I'm gonna cheat. There we go. There's a hidden. Don't really make much use of that Firefly, do I? So we'll continue on. And here's a second bit. The problem with this Fromp is you can't see him. He is off screen. At no point is he visible, so it's like it's an off screen enemy. Any enemies that are out of the player's view but are danger is bad. So if you want to really keep him, you have to move him down a bit. So let's have a look. Well, let's try from up here and see if that's alright. See, that will be okay, because they have to come over this way, so they'll see him. But yeah, you've got to make sure they're visible. Let's go on. I like what you did with sails here. I've used that on my version. In fact, I'll use that on on my future level. Oh god, I've gone the hard way. Right. I must admit, this section's quite chaotic. Obviously, it's a lot easier if you go on the blue platform. So the reason I've stopped it here is this door, which is the exit of a secret. Right, so remember this bit with the Fromp. So say you went down here. He's got like a nice little secret. I mean, I like secret areas. Don't really need that star, to be honest. Go through here, and then you come to like a little area. Nice hidden blocks as well. I mean, it's pretty obvious the blocks are there. I personally would have gone with the 1-ups, but I kind of understand why you've gone with a star, because obviously then it does. Yeah, I mean, obviously the stars for this bit here. The problem is if someone misses the star or doesn't realise the star is there, then it's really difficult to survive this exit. To be honest, if I was you, I would really change this exit. I would allow the player to come out above, so they can avoid going down. Because if you miss that star and you don't get it, then you're lucky to come out of that alive. Right, before I die, I will continue. So that's 2. Yeah, there's one more thing that I really. No, it isn't this one. See, this Fromp's fine because he's visible. You can see him there. You can see him there, which means you can sort of jump right. You know it's there. So the boss fights. You mentioned you had problems with the Bowser boss fight. I've come up with a way around that. The Bowser Jr. one's fine. This is a cool boss fight. It works, and it's pretty easy as well. You know, you're not. It doesn't. The problem you have with the first one is obviously. I think the reason people are complaining is because it takes so long to kill Bowser, whereas this one, 3 hits and he's gone. So that was fine. Yeah, this is another. Again, just like the pipe earlier, killing players when they come out of pipes, very bad idea. I wouldn't do it. You got to give people time to react. I mean, if you want to have this Fromp, it's got to be somewhere where he's not gonna get you. So, like, you know, you do that. You know, you'd make it so you come out of the pipe and then you see him there, which then, to be honest, a lot of these enemies are dangerous actually when you come out of this pipe. I mean, the Fromps, I would definitely change the Fromp. The Hammer Bros as well. It's a bit because with the Fromp, if you move them that way, you're gonna mean the player's gonna stop because he can see the Fromp. Which then means you got the Hammer Bros chucking hammers down right at the pipe entrance. So, yeah, I'd get rid of the Hammer Bros as well. The Chain Chomps you can get away with because he goes all the way at the top and then comes back. So you see him coming. So yeah, again, you know, simple really. You just don't kill players when they come out of pipes. If you can't come out of a pipe or a door and stand still for 5, 6 seconds without dying, then you want to sort it out. You want to fix it up. So we continue on. Oh, I was mistaken. There's 4 bits actually. There's one more Fromp section, and I'm sure you know which bit I'm talking about now. After the last couple, they are really aggressive. Those flipping bombs coming out of her. Right, so you come over here, and there it is. So again, no, it's not a good example. Let's go over here. As you can see, no idea there's a Fromp there. Come along here, dead. What's worse about this one specifically is it's right above a checkpoint. And pitting a Fromp above a checkpoint, you're heading into troll territory here. That is a very I personally would avoid that at all costs. All that will do is annoy players and frustrate them, and that's how you get. That's how players end up quitting and skipping your level, like in the 100 Mario Maker challenge or whatever. So I would just to get rid of him. I don't think he's needed. And I mean the Hammer Bros guy. I don't think he attacks you. See, the Hammer Bros guy doesn't affect you, so that's all right. But yeah, that Fromp, I would definitely sort him out. Now on to Bowser. Um, I mean, yeah, I mean the problem here, it's not that you got enough room. Got plenty of room here, but the main issue with Bowser is it takes ages to kill him using the fire flower or the. I'm assuming the idea was you grab the bob-ombs and you chuck them at him. That's the problem. It just takes so long to kill him. That's where people. That's why people are complaining about this section. But I have come out of the way of speeding that up, which I'll show you in a minute. So we'll continue on. We're at the end, I think, actually. Yeah, it is the end. Look. Again, I like how you've done these sails. So I've definitely kept that, and I've used it in my not only my version, but I've done at this level. But I'm going to be using those sails in the future as well. I never really thought about doing it that way before. I have another way of doing sails, but that just looks cool. It looks like it would look like it in an older game, you know. I like that. So I've mentioned all the bits I want to talk about. The Fromps. So that's just to recap. That's the pipe, the first pipe we come out of. With the moving track underneath it. I would get rid of that and just make it a safe landing. And then those 2 off-screen Fromps are no-nos. And I think there was a third actually. Yeah, the third one was above the checkpoint here. So that's what I would change. They're the only bits in your level that really come off as trollish, like a troll level. So I would get rid of those. I'll go on to my version. And I'll show you some of the changes and some of the things I've done. Right. So I'm not going to be able to remember everything I've done, but here I've removed the bob-omb section because that's one thing I forgot to mention actually before we switched was you have too many enemy types. If you have too many different enemies, the theme it's less it's not as great. If you keep to like only 2 or 3 different enemy types, you have a much better theme throughout the level. So that's the one other thing I wanted to mention before switching. So anyway, on here I've got rid of the bob-omb section because I don't like being in danger straight away. You want to give players a room to breathe and move around a bit freely in a safe area at the start of a level. And I'll get this out of the way first. Let's have a look. Right, these, if you remember, yours were like that, where the windows are sort of like everywhere. But I just wanted to show you, you can actually make it so they're more lined up like this, and that's basically how you do it. Really, you just yep. I mean, you'd start off with that, and you just like do that, and then you just do them side by side. So it's a nice way of getting like ship interiors that match the outsides, like you can see here with these windows. So it looks more natural, it looks more realistic, in my opinion. Just wanted to show you. Um, I've also used like the decorations of the like these, and you can mess around. You can do all sorts of these things. They really make a level come to life. That's another thing worth doing. You get those by just do that, and it randomly appear just at the start of a level. Make sure you get them all. Just get them all in a line, and then like sort of take that with you around the level and decorate it while you do it. It's really worth it. It can really make a difference. So we'll just quickly go through. The only difference here is I made the fire flower visible because I like to I don't like I like players to have a mushroom at least at the beginning of a level. It gives them like it's like a security blanket, isn't it? Really. Forgive me, I think you've already done it though. That's what that mushroom was. Oh, never mind then. Forget what I just said there about the fire flower. So what the enemy that I've gone for in my version is um, cannons and Monty moles, and then the third ones are the 2 boss fights. So all I've got in this level is cannons and Monty moles. That's the theme, and you should be able to see that by doing that you get like a better theme throughout. It doesn't seem as chaotic as it does when you've got like all sorts of enemies jumping around and everything. So as you can see, it's a lot calmer. You can make it a bit more difficult. I mean, I know this isn't as difficult as the one you had. Yours is just in case you didn't know, yours was like very hard difficulty. It wasn't medium or hard. It was very hard. And a part of that was because the sheer number of enemies you had on the screen and the sheer amount of different types of enemies. The more variety you have, the harder it gets because you can't predict what's coming. So I'll just show you the secret. Your secret was a ship. I just changed the clouds. I thought it was more bonusy. I don't know, but yours was fine. So you go through the door. You will notice I've cued the music to go, and I've kept the cloud idea. Something different from I find in a bonus room, if you make it like somewhat different to the rest of the level, it gives it more of a unique look. It looks more like a bonus room in a way. I always use cloud, like a cloud room or something like that. The music, to do the music, you do it like that. Just fill it up. Don't leave too many gaps because they won't. The music can stop. So when I can, I just do that. And also make sure you put music on the pipes and the doors. Otherwise, when you go near them, it will stop, even though you don't want it to stop. So we'll come out of here, and here is another thing I wanted to mention, and it's a. Let's get off that. This is how you remember in your version you had like the door up here and it was like surrounded by enemies, and the one bad thing about that was that you can go backwards, so you could go down below it and then go in the secret room backwards and go back. To avoid that, what I do, and you can do this in any type of level like underground and stuff. No, what we're doing right you in the object you're standing on where the secret exits. It's same with a pipe. You make a hole. So here I made a hole for the door. Put the door in, and then you use like one of these platforms to make sure you can't go above it. No, you can't. No, that's wrong. Um, Basically, you can go up, you can't go back down, and this prevents people from going back on a level. You know, going back the wrong way by accident. And you can also use like bridges. You can also use these. You know, anything that makes you can go up through, but not come back down through. So that's that. Um, Again, you know, as you can see, I kept the. I've also used these details to like decorate the ship, so it makes it looks more structural. Looks like it's been more like it's been man-made sort of thing. Where we've only got the windows up here, not all over the place and in random places. It's always worth doing that. Little details like that, they can really make a difference. I'll go down this pipe then. This is the first boss battle. Pretty much similar to yours. I haven't changed much in here. So it was fine as the way it was. The one thing I did do, a little secret, I just had, well, not really a secret, it's just something extra. I had a P-switch there, so if you go up here and you're small, you can still get Yoshi. You can use the P-switch to get Yoshi. And I've also, again, the boss music clip. Again, boss music's on the pipe. You come in, and I've kept it there, so where Yoshi is not the boss area, is it? So yeah. All right, we'll continue on. Oh yeah, I've had a little secret there because obviously most players go this way, but for anyone who decides to have a little exploration, go down it. That's lucky, and then get a thing. Little tip: don't pit blocks like that there, because if you do that, it won't come down. It will just disappear. Because when you put one of these blocks up on top edge, basically it goes up infinitely. You know, it continues to go up. So anything that comes out of the block will just it just disappears. It won't be gettable unless it's like a feather or something that floats somewhere, like mushroom propeller. So you come down here. Again, you've noticed I've got the same thing: cannons and mighty moles. I could have made it a little more difficult in the latter half, I must admit, but you know, we all have our own styles. I'm not one for difficult levels. So. Right, so this is the boss battle, the one that you had problems with. So what I've done, obviously, I wanted to keep Bowser in the car like you did, but I needed to make a way of speeding it up. And I thought, why not make it into almost like a little mini game? So you come down here. There's no way I'm doing this without. Did I put yeah, I got a fire flower as well. So the idea really is you can do it the long way, or you can get them to do that. And the idea is use the bob-ombs to get down to the star, and then use the star to kill Bowser, nice and quick. I've been very lucky there. And there you go. So yeah, it speeds it up a lot, and you'll get a lot less complaints with a much faster boss battle. You could put more stars in. At first, I had like 3, but it was a bit easy. Or you could add like a couple more layers of these blocks. Get off that. Oh. So you know, put some more blocks up there. But yeah, it's up to you. I mean, I found that was a nice balance. Kept the level moving along nicely. Didn't hold it up too long. And then that's really it. I mean, again, you know, take note. I've used this technique of using like doing it in single columns to make it so the windows are like all straight and in a line, which I think looks better. And you know, it's things like this. All this up here is pretty much you don't even see it, but if you do the detail, you put that extra effort in, even in something you're not going to see in the level, you get into a habit of doing it. So I do that second nature now. Like all this up here, like all this section. You know, in a sail, like you don't even see that sail, but if you do it in every level, if you make that extra effort to really put that detail in, it becomes second nature. You do it without even thinking, and then you don't forget to do it. And right, I'm pretty sure that's the end. Yeah, so that's the end. And I've also made a little secret. That was a fail. Basically, over here, if you for players that have a bit of an eagle eye, they might just see the tip of the end, so they can actually make it. There you go. So there's a little shortcut there, little hidden shortcut. But I say far, 99% of the people playing it would never see that anyway, so it's not too bad. So yeah, I mean, I know it's a lot easier than the one you had, but just to give you an idea that when it comes to difficulty, yours, frankly, was very hard. It's in the very hard category. This one, now it may look to you quite easy, but actually this is medium to high medium difficulty for 90% of the player base. And if you want to make this is on the hard scale for a lot of people. And you look how much I cut it back as far as enemy count and just general difficulty. But so yeah, I mean, I think I've gone over everything. So I think the main thing you want to just to recap: avoid off-screen enemies, avoid killing players with enemies that you can't see, and also avoid putting players in danger when they come out of doors and pipes. I really recommend changing those if anything. And secondly, another good thing is to help keep a really good theme with your levels. Avoid using more than 3 different enemy types. By doing that, you'll have a much better theme, and your level will come across as less chaotic, as far as visually and gameplay wise. It will be much more traditional, much more have that Nintendo-like feel to it in a way. So that's that. So I'll come out and give you the ID for the original. And hopefully this one's recorded fine and hasn't got any audio glitches or video glitches. This is the third time I've done this one. I feel like I know this level off by heart. So, alright, there we go. That's the code. Give it a try. It's a tough level, but, some really good ideas in there, especially the sails. I love the sails you did there. I will be using that. And that's that.